Hi guys, what's up, what's up? Good afternoon, how are you doing today? How is the worst day of the week so far? Sorry that it's Tuesday. I'm sorry. I feel horrible about it too. What a bad day. Hey Ashley, what's up? The good thing is, I did get my bike. They just delivered my bike. So I'm now the owner of a brand new gravel bike, which hopefully does fit me. We'll see later, maybe. Well, not later, whenever we put it together. Hey, Irmi, thank you so much for 2 months. Oh my god, I hear the alerts from my phone again. Dreadful meetings day. Oof, yet blue. Yeah. I hope your day goes by as quickly as it possibly can, considering that it is a Tuesday. So, it's a good day. It's reset day. See, that's the good thing about being on an A server, I guess. If you're on an A server, then at least you get weekly reset, which is something to look forward to. It makes the Tuesday slightly less bad. It honestly doesn't even make it... Yeah, it helps so much, I think. I'm jealous of an A people. Reset Wednesday... Like, Wednesday's already kind of an okay day anyway. Wednesday's like, you know, half the week's already over-ish. It's okay. Tuesday, on the other hand, horrible. I think having reset on Tuesday definitely helps a lot. Good morning, Betty. What's up? Hey, Fenrir. Toilet. What's up? I skillfully dodged today's work by getting ill. Task failed successfully. Congratulations on being ill, Antia. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I hope you do feel better soon. Last night shift tonight, so I get home tomorrow to open my vault and start all over again, filling it up. Yeah, I have to fill my vault still. I honestly don't know what the state of my vault is currently. I do not know. I'm gonna check. I haven't played since... I didn't play Friday. I don't remember what I did though. Wait, I did some high keys, right? I think I did. Technically, I would have to do one-armed bandit, but I really just don't want to. Or did I do one-armed bandit already? I think I should. Maybe I find a one-shot group. Hey, Blackie, what's up? How you doing? Hello, hello. Guys, I uploaded a new video about the salami adventure. It is such a good video. My editor did such a good job putting the salami sledding video together, like the Giovanni video. Oh, I actually really like it a lot. So nice. You should check it out if you haven't seen it yet.
Super Serum 10, il potere di 10
have to watch some advertisements first.
In vitro. La pelle si comporta come se avesse 10 anni in meno. Scopri l'efficacia di 10 sieri in uno. Nux.
È proprio fissato con sti annunci immobiliari, eh?
Ci tocca uscire!
I watched the first League Nami highlighted like from 10 years ago. That was some point. My League videos from 10 years ago, perfect. If only shorts existed back then.
Ever Googled how to attach a salami onto a sled? Egg? I'm calling David, not the giant one we wanted. David, help! But he can't have everything light. Giovanni, help me! This is literally the best thing ever. Okay, well, welcome in everybody.
The Tale of Giovanni the Salami.
What I say is that we're gonna go...
Guys, you gotta watch this, it's so good.
We're gonna go sledding in the Dolomites. It's a spot.
It is literally the best thing ever.
Giovanni! Oh my god, you could be in the sled! Wait,
fucking Giovanni, look at him go.
guys, you have to
So
take
cold
care
here,
of
so
Giovanni
just
now.
woke up. Oh shit, Betty,
You're
that
the salami
sucks.
monsters. Oh my god.
Look, we were...
Giovanni!
Hey, Doding, thank you so much for the 3 months in advance sub and the 21 months in total and the tier 3. All of the things. Thank you so much, Doding. Welcome back. Joe the salami, my boy. Joe is the best. Today, Joe might actually be gone in the evening because Marlies and my brother are gonna come by, the twins, and we're gonna eat some cold cuts since we did. I do have some leftovers from the lunch yesterday with G, so they're gonna come over and we're gonna have some cold cuts, and I think we might eat the rest of Joe. I think Giovanni might be goner after today, so definitely watch the video to remember him. Poor Giovanni. Yeah, blue. So, F in the chat for Giovanni, guys. He will be remembered as the best salami of all the salamis. So, this time I will remember to put DirectX on. One day my PC is gonna crash. Wait, it is an 11 this time? This is so strange. Very interesting. Okay, today, guys, we have a little bit of a shorter stream because I had to get a bunch of things done, and then I also need to leave at 5. So, sorry about that, but it is what it is. We're gonna try to do as much plus as we can. I was initially thinking we can play some PoE today as well, but the stream might be a bit too short to play both WoW and PoE. So we just do WoW probably. Maybe we play PoE again tomorrow. I do want to play PoE again though. Even though a lot of people are kind of angry about PoE, but I still kind of want to play it anyway. Because I haven't gotten to the part where I was supposed to be angry, I guess. So I want to see what people are angry about. Do you have the same graphics card as I do, Fenrir? Like, did you have the same issue I did? Where the whole screen just glitched out? So, let's take a look at what we can upgrade.
I will do my duty.
Probably upgrade the shawl. Well, maybe I should upgrade the trinkets. Even though the trinkets suck. Maybe, let's just do that first. Oh, okay.
May you find what you seek.
Uh-oh. Guys, look at my level. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is not good. Oh, fuck. What are we gonna do about this one? Quick, somebody give me an upgrade. Oh, shit. Yeah, thank you. Maybe because of some experimental GPU features they added in the War Within. Try disabling those. Yeah, but I don't see why I should be doing other... Like, I don't understand why you want me to try and fix the issue in some other way when I already found a fix. Like, why is it so bad to play with DirectX 11? If that fixes the whole issue, I don't understand why I should be messing with other stuff. Until they fix this, I guess. And then I can just play with DirectX 12 again, right? Dun, dun, dun. What? Dude, my light just changed. What the hell? Do you see that? Huh? What the hell just happened? My light just decided to, like, turn more yellow randomly. Huh. There we go. That was so strange. So. Let me see my vault. How bad is it? It's actually not bad at all. I could do 2 more keys and 2 bosses, and I would have a really sick vault, actually. Damn. So I guess what I should do is try and do M+ first and do the raid later, right? Or... Maybe not. Maybe we can find a bandit group. But it might take a while, unless you're lucky. I mean, yeah, I understand that, but... I do understand that it could take a while. I was thinking I'd do it before rather than after for the quality of the group. That was my concern. Like, maybe later in the day, the quality of the group will be better. But also maybe not. Because in the end, later today is still going to be afternoon, so I don't think there's going to be a big difference between the player base that plays at 1 p.m. and the player base that plays at 4 p.m., I guess. For that matter. Aww. They did a 30-man group. That's a bit crazy. Fresh run start at Bandit? What does that even mean? like fresh run. Except we already killed 5 bosses. Almost fresh, guys. Almost fresh. Hey, TY Live, I'm glad you like my Golf. My Golf is, of course, the best car ever. I'm very proud of my Golfie. Good day, Race. What's up? How you doing? Oh shit, we got invited. Okay, everybody come. We can do it. Okay, fine, maybe updates. Bigwig's fine. Stop yelling at me, jeez. Fix me. Oh, I love my Golf. Just put it to rest a few months ago. Aww. Poor Golfie. I hope you and your Golfie had a great time together. And fix me. Alright. Why is this light always changing yellow? It changed again. What the fuck? So weird. I would get a VW, but so expensive here in the US. Their service fees alone are nuts. Just have a bright sunny day. Yeah, service fees. What do you mean by service fees? Like if you want to get it repaired, or? The cost of parts when you get it fixed. Oh, I mean, yeah, that makes sense if they have to import everything, or if it's not like super commonly sold or whatnot. If it's like a special kind of thing. Well, actually, don't they sell a lot of the VWs in Mexico as well? Isn't VW like really big in Mexico? Well, I guess Mexico is still Mexico, right? So import fees would still be for Mexican manufactured cars too, unless they specifically manufacture them in the US. I'm not a big cars person, right? But I think a Golf is just like a really just like solid car. You know? It's just solid. It does all the things it needs to do. It honestly has a lot more space than what it looks like. Like, 'cause it's like a small car, right? But it's not like super small. Like you can fit quite a lot of stuff in the car. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. That car can fit a lot of stuff. Like, it's much bigger than what it seems. In my opinion. Like, the trunk is actually pretty big. I can transport a whole bike without like having to remove the front tire if it's not like a super big bike from like a super tall person. Hey PJ, no, this is not mythic, we're doing heroic. No, I don't have a rack for bike or skis, I don't. I don't feel like I really need it for skis because I can just put the skis inside the car. And if I would go on holiday with like multiple people where we bring our skis or whatever, then we wouldn't be taking our car, my car anyway. My car, the big problem with my car is that it's just like, it has just really low PS for like long distance traveling, in my opinion. Like I can drive around here. I can drive long distances with this car too, but for long distance driving, it's just not very it's just not very convenient. It doesn't go as fast, and it doesn't have all of these like features that newer cars have. Like, it doesn't have a tempomat, whatever that's called in English, where you just like press a button and it stays at the same kind of like speed. It doesn't have like the automatic like distance keeping between cars and stuff. Like, it's not an automatic car. It's a manual car. So yeah, a bunch of these like features that are really nice for long distance travel, like my car just doesn't have it. So if we would do a long distance drive, we wouldn't really be choosing my car, I don't think. So I don't really need any like attachments like a bike rack or anything like that. Because if I go somewhere with my bike and just put it in the car, a bike would fit into the car. I could even carry, like, if I could even transport 2 bikes if I wanted to. Just have to remove the front tire, and then I can fit 2 bikes, probably. Okay, we're supposed to... We're supposed to not use this one, so... I'll announce the ads. Okay. The raid leader's announcing the ads. Crazy. I've never seen that one. I wonder if that's gonna work. How's your trip with study time? It was so much fun. I really had a good time. She's so nice. I mean, I personally didn't know her really at all before. It's always like this weird thing where there's some people who watch her stream and some people that watch my stream, and they kind of know us both. And then they feel like we also know each other when we don't, right? Like, I didn't know her at all. I knew that she existed. And I watched her stream like once in a blue moon for, you know, like to see how her setup is and stuff like that. But I didn't really know her. And then people are like, oh, she's coming here, you should do a stream together. And I'm like, But she's super nice. I do like her a lot. And she's not a gamer, no. She doesn't... Well, she did say she plays a little, but not really. Yeah, don't use Elfie. Hey, Guido, what's up? Yeah, I don't have cruise control. I don't have any of these, like, fancy newer things I don't have. Hey, Sarah, what's up? She's driving back to Verona at the moment? Yeah. She told me that she has to go to Verona and then to Milan again and then back to Verona. So she has some traveling to do. Lots of driving. Road trip. Today we're listening to French songs and German songs. Okay, one shot, guys. Do you believe? The car that camping that she does is a little scary. You think so? I wouldn't really be scared about that one.
4,
personally.
2, 1.
I mean, the only thing that would scare me a little bit about the car camping or the car camping would be like you're kind of streaming, like the fact that you're streaming it, I guess. Like generally I wouldn't be afraid of flame coin. Of car camping, but the fact that you're streaming it, I guess, a little bit like that's the only thing, because I assume she's kind of like showing where she is exactly, or is she hiding it? If she's hiding it, then it is whatever. But it's kind of hard to hide where you are when you're camping. There's only so many camping spots. And I guess she's always kind of on the move, so she only stays in a place for one night, which for sure makes it safer. Because people would have to go to great length to find a spot if she's not staying in the same spot for multiple days in a row, right? I'm so tired today. Well, today was, I don't know. Today I barely managed to get out of bed. Yesterday was such a long day. God, yesterday was just like forever. Oh, it's just that day just... I guess everyone died. Flame bomb. Yeah, so yesterday I did the IRL stream, right, with Gia. And then I drove home. And then as soon as I came home, I like sprinted inside to quickly change my clothes. I quickly like warmed up some foods that I could bring with me in like in a box. Then I picked up my friends. Then we drove to Brixen, which Cecily is like 45 minutes to an hour away. So we drove there. And then we had this gardening course where I learned how to garden. So I totally know what to do with my vegetables and my potatoes and my fruit now. And then I think I got home at like 10 p.m. And then I was so like not tired. Well, I was tired. I was really exhausted, but I was not like I just couldn't sleep. Because all day I was just like moving around everywhere. And other people are like talking and just like, you know, high alert basically. And then when I got home I was like just lying in bed staring at the ceiling. I will probably be attending BlizzCon. I really want to be at BlizzCon. It's so far, like it's so long still. It's hard to tell what's gonna happen. It's like 1.5 years away, right? Maybe I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen in 1.5 years. But technically,
5, 4, 3.
I would want to attend. I'm super excited for BlizzCon to return. Are you guys going? I guess we didn't put in the coin. Hey Marcos, what's up? How you doing? Hey Jack. My goals are rewarded if I get into a PhD program next year. Nice, Brockus. Yeah, that sounds cool. And I hope you make it in. Hope you make it in, and I hope you do reward yourself by going to BlizzCon. Hey, Lucas, mine. What's up? Nice. Enjoy your holiday. Alright, let's do this. This time. Oh no, fuck! I should not be playing. Can I do this?
4, 3,
Fast!
2, 1.
There's no way I can. I did! Nice. Yeah, the Stellar Flare thing is kind of annoying in this boss fight. I don't like it. Oh no, the coin's so far away. Nice. It's a super sunny day today again, guys. Like, sunny every day. That means we might do another IRL stream this week. Maybe on Friday. I feel like Friday's always a nice day to do an IRL stream for me because then it's the weekend afterwards. So it's like a IRL activity into weekend. Maybe I shouldn't have used all of my desktop power. Oh well. We seem fine. Fuck! I just pressed incard and then I got stunned because I jumped into the coin. No. That was a very bad timing. Oh man. Good day for you, Marcos, really? New RL with new Giovanni. Nothing Giovanni. There could only be one Giovanni, guys. I didn't say anything. Shock flame. Okay. I might bring Speck again, though. I think from now on, every real life stream should have Speck. Otherwise, it doesn't count as a real life stream. And maybe that cheese that I bought yesterday. Dude, that cheese that I bought yesterday, that I had G try, that one is so good. It's like an Alta Badia, like, heart cheese, I guess. I don't know if it has a specific name or if it's just called Alta Badia cheese, because I know there's different kinds of cheese that they make in Alta Badia. It's not just one. So... So I don't know if this one has a specific name. But I tried to look it up and I couldn't find anything. I literally tried to look it up yesterday because it was so good. Yeah, but there's different kinds of cheeses that are called Alta Badia, though. That's what I mean. Wait, we're killing this boss. Not bad, not bad. Didn't need many tries, I like it. I deserve the trinket. I've never even seen that trinket drop, by the way. Is this trinket like a... we got it!
Looks like the house
Alright.
don't always win.
Do you have any idea how
Fuck!
that thing costs?
Oh, you're old 98.
Sorry, Greenhide.
The rest of the words. Oh, man.
I guess we struck a knife. Come on.
How much do we offer? Can he trade it? Can he trade it if you win? I don't think you can trade it, right? Pay him gold? Yeah, I'm trying. I offered 250k. Is that too little? How much was I supposed to... The warrior bought it? For how much? $300k? Fuck! The warrior offered 300k. Shit! I didn't offer enough. God damn it! No, I offered 250k, but somebody else offered 300k. Somebody sold it for $1 million? Why the fuck would I spend $1 million on a heroic trinket? It's heroic. That's messed up. It's not that good. Heroic. 1 million. Damn. Well, yeah, if they pay for it. Well, I guess I do want to do one more raid boss real quick, just because I want to make sure that I get a vault. I need a raid vault. Do people really don't know what fresh means, right? Like, people keep saying fresh, and then they have like 1 million bosses that already. Oh, okay, so this is what I mean. Ah, okay, I get it now. So this is the delicious cheese, this one here, the Alta Badia one. And this is the other one that I meant, but it's not called Alta Badia, it's called Bella Badia. So this one is also really good, but this one is like a semi-hard cheese, apparently. This one's also good, though. But this, like, hard cheese here is super delicious. Guys, if you ever, for some reason, see this cheese anywhere, this one here, you should 100% try it. It's super delicious. It's very good. This one is it's super nice. Mascofood.com. Region NA. It literally says where it's from. Semi-firm. I would call this a firm cheese for sure. Hey, Crim Dog. Thank you so much for 28 months. What's up? How you doing? Thank you very, very much. Yeah, but this cheese, 100% recommend. Definitely go and give it a try. Delicious. This one would be really good with... this one would be super delicious with this, like, jam that I keep forgetting about. Like this, like, cheese jam. What is it called? No, like actual jam, but it's jam that you eat with cheese a lot. Hey, Sirkin, good morning. What's up? No, I don't mean the fruit. I mean the actual jam. The word of the jam. No, I don't mean the fruit that it's used. I mean, like, it's not jam. It is a different word for it. No, it's also not marmalade. It is called... Don't worry, I'll think about it any second. Any second from now. Chutney! Oh my god, there we go. How could I never think of this word? I swear. Chutney. I can never think of the word chutney. Oh yeah, chutney is what I mean. It's really good chutney. Any kind, really. Fig chutney is super good with cheese. Fig chutney is delicious with cheese. What is chutney exactly? It's also just like a type of jam.
4, 3.
But I don't know what like all of the differences are between the jams, honestly. To me, the way I always thought of chutney is that it's made out of like stuff that is not necessarily like very common, and it's also sometimes like mixed with like mustard and stuff. But I'm making the shit up right now. Like, I don't actually know for sure what it really is or what the definition is. And how did that map go? Oh, it's already weekend. I see. It's spiced, maybe? Maybe there's no... Maybe it also just doesn't make sense and it's the same thing as jam. I will be investigating this later. After this boss, I'm gonna do the big jam investigation. The big chutney investigation. We'll get to the bottom of this. Alright, nice.
Nice work. Huh, that's one nuisance out of the way.
Good job, morons. While you were playing with Vexy, my crew was moving in. Thanks for the extra time.
Great.
Alright, cool.
Bellagio is sealed tight. Clear out Gallywix's cronies and see what can be salvaged. We'll put together something that'll blast the doors off that casino.
Jam is made with vinegar? Really? Listen, I'm googling this now. I will investigate. Which website are we trusting on this one? We need a good source for this. I smiled. Okay, let's read about this first. So, fruit preserves. Fruit preserves are preparations of fruits whose main preserving agent is sugar and sometimes acid, often stored in glass jars and used as a condiment or spread. There are many varieties of fruit preserves globally, distinguished by the method of preparation, type of fruit used, and its place in a meal. Sweet fruit preserves such as jams, jellies, and marmalades are often eaten at breakfast with bread or as an ingredient of a pastry or dessert, whereas more savory and acidic preserves made from vegetable fruits such as tomato, squash, or zucchini are eaten alongside savory foods such as cheese, cold meat, and curries. The term preserves is usually interchangeable with jams, even though preserves contain chunks or pieces of the fruit, whereas jams in some regions do not. Closely related names include chutney, confit, conserve, fruit butter, fruit curd, fruit spread, jelly, cheese, leather, and marmalade. Some cookbooks define preserves as cooked and gelled whole fruit or vegetable, which includes a significant portion of the fruit. In the English-speaking world, the two terms are more strictly differentiated, and when this is not the case, the more usual generic term is jam. The singular preserve or conserve is used as a collective noun for high fruit content jam, often for marketing purposes. Additionally, the name of the type of fruit preserves will also vary depending on the regional variant of English being used. Chutney. A chutney is a relish of Indian origin made of fruit, spices, and herbs. Although originally intended to be eaten soon after preparation, modern chutneys are often made to be sold, so they require preservatives, often sugar and vinegar. So a chutney technically originally did not contain sugar, so it wasn't supposed to be like a preserve. to ensure they have suitable shell life. Mango chutney, for example, is mangoes reduced with sugar. Interesting. So, okay, so chutney originally was not meant to be like a preserve, but rather something that you like eat straight away. So you just mixed fruit with spices and then you ate it with whatever. And now we're putting sugar in it to preserve it, I guess, which then turns it kind of into jam. Interesting. Then confit. Confit, the past participle of the French verb confire, to preserve, is applied both to preservations of meats and to fruits or vegetables seasoned and cooked with honey or sugar till jam-like. Savory confits, such as those made with garlic or fennel, may call for an oil, such as virgin olive oil, as a preserving agent. There's a thing as, what is fennel confit? Garlic confit? Interesting. And then a conserve. Conserve or whole fruit jam is a preserve made of fruit stewed in sugar. The making of conserves can be trickier than making a standard jam. It requires cooking or sometimes steeping the fruit in the hot sugar mixture for just long enough to allow the flavor to be extracted from the fruit and sugar to penetrate it, but not so long that the fruit breaks down. So basically a conserve just means that like the fruit is still kind of intact as a whole, while most jams are just like, you know, broken down. Interesting. Fruit butter. In this context, it refers to a process where the whole fruit is forced through a sieve or blender after the heating process. Fruit butter are generally made from larger fruits such as apples, plums, peaches, and so on. Cook until soft and then okay. Fruit curd, fruit spread, jam. Jam refers to a product made of whole fruit, cut into pieces or crushed, then heated with water, sugar until it reaches gelling or setting point. Okay. And then jelly. The category of fruit preserve references jelly is a clear or translucent fruit spread made by a process similar to that used for making jam. There's just a step of filtering out the fruit pulp after the initial cooking. Yeah, so jelly is like the jelly is like the worst kind of jam, I guess, where it's like there's the least amount of fruit left and the most amount of like sugar in it, I guess, right? Like it's very like what children like the most because there's no like pieces in it and stuff, I guess, right? But it's like the least healthy version because you're taking out all of the fiber and you're taking out all of all of the vitamins that are left. You're taking it all out to just have like the thing left, I guess, right? Not to say that any of this would be exceptionally healthy to eat. I mean, there's nothing wrong with jam. It's just like you can have jam that is a little bit healthier with like less sugar in it and more fiber or whatever, and you can have less healthy with like much more sugar and less fiber, I guess. And marmalade is a fruit preserve made from the juice and peel of citrus fruits. So this is interesting because I guess this also comes down to the language, but in Germany, or I don't want to say in Germany, but here where I live, and I speak German, here where I live, we call every jam marmalade. We don't have another word. Well, actually, we do have other words for it, but we call everything marmalade, not just the ones that are made from citrus fruits. We call all of them marmalade, except, I guess, except the one that has like very little, that is almost, like, except this confit thing that has like, or the jelly. Oh, yeah. So basically everything except jelly we call marmalade. And if it's jelly, if like there's barely any fruit left, then we call it confiture, I guess. But we don't use that word commonly. It's more like written on like the things. But in like the way we talk about jam, we always say marmalade to everything. The only other word we use is chutney. And we say chutney to marmalade that is, I guess usually it's if you eat it with cheese, with something savory, rather than something like normal or sweet. Like any kind of jam that you put on bread, or that you put in a croissant, or that you put on something that like something sweet, or on a cake or whatever, all of that we call marmalade. And the chutney, or we call the thing chutney that you use for cheeses. And usually it's also for like more exotic fruits. Or something that is not really common to be jam. So it's interesting. I guess everyone like uses the words kind of differently because they all kind of mean the same thing, but in the end, everyone just uses the words kind of differently, I guess. Which is totally not confusing. Orange marmalade is a good. It's super interesting because orange marmalade is not at all common here where I live. Like here where I live, orange marmalade we don't have it ever, and I also don't like it that much. I don't like citrus marmalade a lot. I don't like lemon or like orange that much. But we also just barely ever have it. The most common marmalade that we have here is strawberry and apricot. Apricot and strawberry are like the two most common jams, I would say, that we put on like sweet stuff. We do have another pretty common jam here that is called, that is from like red currant. So almost like cranberry jam, something similar to that. But that one we use for mainly for more savory stuff, like for meat. We do also use it for sweet stuff, but mainly like savory stuff, I guess. Hey gamer, what's up? I think we can all agree that more fruit, less sugar is best version. It's actually very interesting. So I didn't know this. I thought if a jam tastes really good, it by default has to have more sugar in it. Like in my mind, because I have this brain where I was thinking, oh, more sugar makes things taste better. Less sugar makes things taste less good, right? So I was always thinking when I had a really good jam that tasted really good, I thought they just put loads of sugar in it to make it taste that as good as it does. But then I actually just did some investigation. And the more expensive the more expensive jam, that is like higher quality, usually has a lot less sugar in it. The reason they put more sugar into the jams is because then it will preserve for longer. The more sugar you put in, the longer it preserves, and the less quality the fruit has to have, right? Because if you have like low quality fruit that doesn't have a lot of taste, then you can like make it up by putting more sugar in it to give it more like sweetness, taste, and whatever, right? But if you have really high quality fruit, then you don't need to add a lot of sugar, and it will still be like nice tasting, right? The problem with low sugar jams is, of course, they don't last as long as high sugar jams, but that's like, I guess, the only real downside. So it's interesting because, so it's actually like the thing, or at least in my opinion, the thing that tastes better is actually the healthier version as well, in my mind. Like, I don't like really like cheap / low quality / high sugar jams. I much prefer the ones with higher quality stuff. And it's healthier. I'm good, Anders. How are you doing? Same with the peanut butters? Yeah, it's actually same with peanut butter, yeah. Or any, like, nut butters. So what key do we need? I still need a metal lot really badly. Oh. I just signed up to one of those. What percent haste mastery would you recommend? There's no such thing as a recommended percentage of haste or mastery. Ever. I'm sorry, I know that you want to like... I know that people want to aim for a certain stat amount, but that's just not how it works. Whenever you're looking for... Like, whenever you think about which items you should be going for, just look for the stats that you like the most, as like depending which spec you play. Like I said, Druid, you probably want haste and mastery, right? So just look for the items that have the stats that you want, but don't overdo it. Like, you don't want to have only haste and mastery. You want to have like a baseline of crit and verse, right? As long as you have that, then you're gonna be fine. And then if you're not sure what items you want, then you always just should sim your character. If there's an item that you maybe think is better than the ones you have, just sim your character. And if you want to know which items are still upgrades for you, like from the raid or from dungeons, just sim your character as well. I'm sorry, but there really are no like percentage to go for. I know you want me to tell you that there is a number to reach, but there is not. And anyone that tells you otherwise is just straight up lying. I'm sorry. I never actually had a peanut butter and a jelly sandwich. But I also assume, well, I mean, I assume it's good. The one thing, the weirdest thing that I personally really like, that I think a lot of people underestimate, or I don't want to say underestimate, but a lot of people have never tried it, and they are like it sounds bad in their mind, but trust me, it's good. Okay, so if you take a piece of bread, yeah, and then you put like cream cheese on it, like Philadelphia, or even something like cottage cheese, or even like German quark, and then you put either jam or Nutella on it, it's delicious. I swear it is. There's just like some freshness to it, because the cream cheese is a little bit like it's not sour, but it's like, I guess it is. Like, it's just like the savory like sourness that it has. It works really well with like the sweetness of the Nutella or the jam, and it's really good. You should give it a try. Yes, Philadelphia and raspberry jam is top tier. I agree, Lori. Yes, it is. It is really good. Elvi's favorite sandwich was sourdough bread with peanut butter, blueberry jam, and bacon sandwich. And bacon as well? Honestly, blueberry jam and bacon does sound good. I'm not sure if the peanut butter fits in there for me. Honestly, maybe. One of the sandwiches that I really like is when you have sourdough bread, bacon, cheese, and apple, some sort of like apple spread, like apple chutney or like apple jam, apple whatever, apple mousse. It's really good. The cheese could be like, if the cheese is brie, for example, that's really delicious. Brie, bacon, apple like mousse, and you could even put like walnuts or something in there. It's probably also good. Or pear. Maybe you put pear instead of apple even. Pear, jam, and brie, and speck. That's probably really good, yeah. I should make a sandwich like this. I can't keep brie in my house. I will eat an entire wheel. It's interesting because I do like brie, but it's like, it's not, because I like cheese generally. Cheese is so delicious. But brie, it's not my favorite. I do like it. And I will definitely eat it occasionally. But it's not something that I would, like, if I could choose a bunch of cheeses, brie wouldn't be on the top 5, I don't think. Thank you so much, 8 months, Pex. What's up? Thank you so much. Welcome back. Cinnamon toast, bacon is top tier. Wait, what is that, Sirkin? What is that? So you have a bread, like you toast bread, and you put cinnamon on it, and bacon, and that's it? Or butter? Wait, what is it? I don't understand. It's literally bacon with cinnamon toast. With cinnamon toast dust on it. I mean, that's stupid. Why wouldn't you just make it yourself then? Why would I buy cinnamon toast bacon when I could just buy bread, toast the bread, then put cinnamon in it, and then put bacon in it? Oh, cinnamon toast is a cereal. Oh. Okay, this is stupid. I hate Americans. Oh, man. I also hate Americans. As an American. Cinnamon is a good spice. I do like cinnamon as well. It's actually really good, though. No, I don't even doubt that it's good. Like, I can believe that it's good. The one thing that I think is stupid is that you would buy it like that instead of just, like, putting it together yourself. Because I feel like that's, like, the downfall of the high-processed, like, industry. Like, there's so many things you can buy as, like, a finished product that you can literally just make yourself, like, pretty easily by buying the ingredients separately. But out of pure convenience, people just buy it together. And it's just almost always infinitely more unhealthy to buy it together than to just buy it separately. Because, like, the way they make it, like, in their industrial process is always going to be probably slightly unhealthier than if you would just, like, make it yourself. Because you can buy the proper ingredients separately and just, like, put it together, right? I understand it's, like, more of a convenience/time thing, but... No, it's not healthy to make it homemade. Well, I mean, honestly, you're wrong. It is healthy. Every food can be healthy if you don't eat too much of it, of certain types. Because bacon is not unhealthy necessarily. Now, of course, if you're like eating loads and loads of bacon, then yeah. Or if you're frying bacon in like an unhealthy amount of oil, then yeah. But bacon in itself is not, like, a normal amount of bacon is fine. Same with cinnamon. Cinnamon's not unhealthy. And bread is not unhealthy. So technically speaking, cinnamon, toast, bacon is not unhealthy. As long as you just, don't put loads of sugar on it and loads of whatever. And you just make sure you don't eat too much of it. Hey, Pons, what's up? The rationale you're having right now is exactly why we are obese. Honestly, guys, I think, like, 'cause the important point that I was making was that if you should buy the ingredients separately. And if Americans would do that, I don't think they would be nearly as unhealthy. I think Americans are just, like, the victim of convenience. Honestly. Like, I think that is super true, because in America, it's so convenient to get super highly processed food that is so easy to buy everywhere, and it's so fast to make, and it's just convenient, Here where I live, it's not as available as it is where you are. So for me, if I wanted to eat super unhealthily, super processed food, I wouldn't be able to get it as conveniently as you can in America. So it's actually easier for me to eat healthy compared to Americans. Because, I mean, yes, I can go to a store and buy unhealthy food if I want to, right? Like, it's not that we don't have unhealthy foods or that we don't have processed food. But we have a lot less processed food available than you do in America, so... I'm good, Desiree. How are you doing? Good morning, good morning. Yeah, Pax, yeah, it is for sure. Yeah, that as well, Sturkin. Yeah, that as well. What's your favorite unhealthy food when you go to America? I don't think I ever ate anything in America that I liked so much. Not really, honestly. I never ate anything in America where I was like, oh my god, like this is the best thing ever, and I want to eat this again when I come back. It's not that I never had good food in America. Like, I did have good food, but nothing that stands out or nothing that is like something that I'm looking forward to or anything. Not really. The one thing that I also thought is true, because I lived in America for like 6 weeks in a row, multiple times, when I was casting the MDI. And back then I was not really good at cooking. I'm a little bit better at cooking now than I was back then. And I really realized like how difficult it actually was for me to cook somewhat healthy, because I actually tried to go grocery shopping and cook my own food. But I actually really struggled. I went to Trader Joe's, which did actually have some healthy stuff, but even they did not have a lot of, like, the amount of healthy, like, food that was available was actually, like, not nearly as much compared to any, like, normal grocery store we have here. Like, if you walk to a normal grocery store here in Europe, or I don't want to say Europe. Europe is always, like, too big to generalize. But here where I live, in South Tyrol, if you walk in any grocery store, they will have a proper like fruit and vegetable aisle where you go pick your fruits, your vegetables, you weigh it, and you put like the thing on it, and you go out. And we also will almost always have a like a cheese and meats kind of like counter, where you go and say, hey, I want 200 grams of this cheese, I want 300 grams of this ham, and that stuff. So you can get like fresh stuff like that there in almost every grocery store that you walk into. And that is something that I didn't really find in any of the store. Like, there was in the Trader Joe's, there was like a tiny like little area where I could order like cheeses and meats. The amount of stuff they had was like not a lot. Like there was really not that much. They did have vegetable and fruit. That one was available. But yeah, the cheeses and the meats and stuff were a little bit like there wasn't really that much. And I felt like even in the aisles, like when you walk through the aisles, the like kind of the areas that were meant for like ingredients that you buy for cooking was like smaller than the areas that had like finished stuff. I don't know how to describe this, but like, the stuff that is already like ready to go, kind of like finished foods. Like you pick it up and that's like the thing that you eat, like processed kind of foods, in any like shape and variety and forms, right? Those were like loads and loads. Like there's so much different kinds of these processed foods. And then the areas that were for cooking was kind of small. Like, for example, even pasta, I felt like you didn't have a lot variety of in these like grocery stores. Like here where I live, if you go into like, okay, I live in Italy, so maybe that's a little bit of a, like maybe it's hard to compare this way. But if I go into a grocery store, there's going to be like an aisle that has different kinds of pasta variations. You have spaghetti, you have macaroni, you have penne, you have this, you have that. You have pasta with whole wheat, pasta with normal wheats. You have gluten-free pasta. Like there's all different kinds of pasta. And then you have all different kinds of like tomato sauce and tomato like in cans and tomatoes in sauce, like blah, 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 right? So you have like this huge aisle of just that. And when I went to America, it felt like the pasta and tomato aisle was just like one thing. It's like either you have this one pasta or this one tomato sauce, and that's it. And otherwise, you just buy this finished product, you know? And another thing that I noticed as well is that everything was sold in just like huge portions, which made it super hard for me personally to because I was alone. I was cooking for myself, right? When I was in America. So I actually really struggled to buy stuff for that I could actually properly like consume as a single person, you know? Like, for example, orange juice. Once in a while, I like orange juice. I know that orange juice is not like the healthiest thing to drink, but sometimes for breakfast, I like a little bit of orange juice, right? And somehow, when you go to a grocery store, you can only buy like 3 liters of orange juice. And I'm like, like I don't have 3 liters of orange juice. I don't know, maybe have like half a liter, you know, if even. And then the problem is, if you really are like craving orange juice, then I guess you're just gonna buy the big bottle because there's no other option. And then you have it at home, and then you feel like you have to drink it because you don't want to make it go to waste, right? And then that really sucks. If it was possible to buy smaller portions, then maybe you wouldn't feel so inclined to actually finish it all, right? So yeah, whenever I was in America, my fridge had like a 3-liter bottle of orange juice at all times, and like a 3-liter bottle of milk as well. Because apparently I couldn't buy milk in like smaller sizes either. So I was like, well, guess I have to drink orange juice every day. And same went with like cheese spread, like almost everything. Almost everything just came in big portions. Like, I remember when I bought Philadelphia for the first time in America, I had never seen such a big portion of Philadelphia. I think it's 500 grams. And here where I live in South Tyrol, you can own, like the biggest one you can get is 250. Which is like way more than enough. Like, how much Philadelphia are you going to use? For what? You know? And you can even get it in smaller portions as well. You can get it in like these tiny little, like single portions. So yeah, when I was in America, I just really struggled to do grocery shopping for normal cooking. So I ended up ordering actually a bunch because, I don't know, sometimes I just couldn't, like if I was craving a certain food, but I knew that I only want to eat this once, then I couldn't buy it at the grocery store. It would just go to waste. So I ordered it instead, right? And then, of course, ordering is always worse than just making it yourself. But yeah, you kind of, what else would I do, you know? I can't just buy like 500 grams of something when I only eat 100. I was staying in Columbus. I mean, I was in different areas in America. But when I stayed there for like 6 weeks in a row, multiple times, it was in Columbus. So I did go to Trader Joe's a lot when I was there. I also went to Whole Foods as well. And Whole Foods I also thought was like a little bit strange. Like I felt like Whole Foods is also a bit strange because it was like this. Like initially it seemed like this. Oh my god! Like this really healthy store that has like healthy options. Like and it seemed really nice. But then when I like really looked into it, like it's like when I looked at the stuff that they had, it also felt like there was a lot of healthy, non-healthy stuff that they were like that. It was that like. It is hard to describe, but they had like finished like salads and finished meals and stuff that you could buy. That certainly healthier than some like fast food place, I guess. But even that, like anything that is like finished from a grocery store is very likely gonna be, you know, unhealthier than making something yourself or cooking something yourself, right? Because it needs to be preserved somehow. It needs to be, you know, I guess we can all agree that this is true. And I felt like when I went to Whole Foods, it almost felt like it's an excuse to still eat kind of like finished stuff, but at least it looks healthier, or like it's marketed healthier, or you feel better about yourself in comparison to ordering something from Wendy's, you know? Now, obviously, you always have to. Like, just because you can buy it doesn't mean you have to buy it, right? But in the end, we're not toddlers, and if we want to eat healthy, we just have to buy the healthy stuff, right? Whoa! Fuck. No, my bad.
I wish you had lasted a little longer.
I'll release. Why are these guys sprinting around? These stupid peacekeepers. Why do they... First they're crawling, and then they're fucking sprinting. This might be bad. I'm almost there, team. If this peacekeeper is gonna sprint back any second. Well, now we're fucked. Okay. I could have rest, but well, we can maybe still do it. I had no idea these mobs don't reset health. Think we're analyzing the US obesity problem. Really, Yoshi? It's snowing where you live? Oh shit, are we playing this? Oh god.
Activating.
Oh, we got a peacekeeper. This is just not good, is it? Okay, this might be it.
Your survival wasn't necessary.
What key do I have? Oh, it's in a room. what's funny is that we didn't have this problem up until like the late 70s, early 80s. 1960s had the presidential fitness program across the country, and we were ripped as fuck all around. I do think, I don't like, this is so hard to tell. Like, people always, I always hate it when people blame, like, the actual consumers. Because, I mean, I guess in the end you could live healthier no matter where you are, right? But if it's, like, super difficult to do, then it makes sense that you do it. Also, like, sometimes it's much more expensive to eat healthy and a lot more stressful and inconvenient, which is something that you really have to consider as well. But yeah, one of the things, I guess, I am not 100% sure, but I think a lot of European countries have a lot of regulations when it comes to food. Like, for example, today in the morning, when my alarm goes off, I had, like, my radio turns on. And today, when I woke up, I heard in the radio that they were doing tests for children's drinks. You know, like stuff like Capri Sun and these just generally like bubble teas, like any kind of like drinks that are juices that are marketed for children. They were doing tests across like all different kinds of like grocery stores. And they were saying that like 60% of them or more have like way too much sugar in it. And that they are monitoring it and that they might add extra regulations to reduce the amount of sugar in these drinks. And when I heard that, at first I was like, wait, that's so fucked up. And because they said the amount of sugar that was in it, they said it was like 7 like squares of sugar in like most of them. And just like an insane amount of sugar in some of these like drinks. And they said even the juices that were supposed to be healthy, like orange juices and stuff, they also had like an insane amount of sugar added to it in addition to like the fruit itself already being sugary, right? And then at first I was thinking, wait, that's so fucked up. But then I was thinking, wait, this is like, it's a good thing that they're talking about this. And it's a good thing that they're actually considering adding regulations for it, right? Because like that's the good thing about some like European like countries, right? They actually do care about this, and actually it's in the news. Like the fact that they're even saying it on the radio, right? And the fact that they're like complaining about it, and the fact that they might add a regulation for it, like that's a good thing in the end. Like, yeah, it sucks that we have it at the moment, but the fact that people are talking about it might actually change it. There's also the desire for convenience, which I totally understand, right? Most people are away from home for 8+ hours and have 40 minutes to drive. When you get home, too many people aren't able to find the motivation to cook a healthy meal. And this is actually like a little bit of a... It's very interesting because I think it's like a cycle where if you generally live unhealthily, like if you eat unhealthy foods and you're not very fit when it comes to like your cardiovascular fitness, and you're like lean muscle mass or whatever, when you're generally just like not very fit, you're also mentally less energetic and less motivated, right? Like I guess we all know that it does kind of affect you. Like the fitter a person is, the more like kind of motivated and energetic they are, right? And it's a bad cycle, right? Because if you go to work for 8 hours and you have like a long commute or whatever, and you come home and you're generally like exhausted, and then you eat something that is convenient because you're not in the mood for cooking, then that bad food is gonna make you like it tastes good in the moment, but it's gonna make you like unhealthy, which then again reduces your energy levels and then reduces the motivation even further to cook good meals in the future, right? So it's like this bad cycle where it's like you start eating conveniently, which is unhealthy, which makes you less healthy overall, which then decreases your motivation and your energy levels to cook healthy foods and to be physically active, and then it's like the cycle that just keeps on going, right? Max talked about how they had a health coach making them eat well, drink water, and he said it helped a ton. Yeah, I can totally see that. I call that the downward spiral, yeah. Just means people need to work on mental health, because once you start to get healthy, it's easy to stay healthier. See, yeah, that's true. Like, once you are at a certain level of like healthiness, fitness, or whatever, then it actually is a lot easier to stay healthier, because you have the motivation and the energy to cook a meal after work, to go for a walk after work, to wake up a little bit earlier than usual, to get a good breakfast in, you know, stuff like this. The unhealthier you are, the harder it is for you to wake up in the morning, to get out of the to get up from the couch, to just get anything done, really. But yeah, so just this initial like this initial push to become like baseline fit/healthy is really hard, especially if you have everything so conveniently prepared for you in such a nice and easy way, like some American areas have, right? Like that, it makes it harder to get out of that initial, like it's harder to make this initial step when you live in America somewhere. Here where I live, it's, as I said, it's not impossible to eat unhealthy here, right? Like, obviously you can eat unhealthy. But honestly, it's like, it's hard to order food every day. Like, I honestly probably wouldn't be able to order food every single day, because first of all, we don't have a lot of fast food places here. I can only order pizza or kebab. That's like the two things I can order, which is good. And I could eat pizza and kebab a lot, right? But at some point, I'd probably get bored of it too, right? Even if it is convenient. And then I would have to maybe buy something else at the store. And if I'm going to the store, there inevitably are going to be things that are also like healthier that I might buy. Because the amount of processed food we have in grocery stores here is not that much. You can buy processed food, but it's not that the whole store is filled with it, you know? So I feel like for me, it's a little bit easier to actually eat healthy. I do live in South Tyrol in Italy. That's why a golden rule is to try to better yourself for at least 21 days. If you can do it for that long, it starts to become a pattern. That's a really cool... I don't know why it is 21 days, but I think it's a good thing to like set a certain amount of like time frame. And to like in your mind to think about it becoming easier, right? Because one of the things that I initially struggled with when I tried to be a bit healthier is that I struggled really hard at the start to eat healthier, to be more active and whatever. I struggled quite a lot. And in my mind, I thought it would never get better. Like, in my mind, I thought every day would suck. I thought every day I would wake up, every day I would crave sugar, every day I would want to eat pastries, and every day I would want to eat healthy stuff, and every day I would dread working out, and I would hate it, and I would feel horrible. And then that wasn't true. Eventually, I actually did enjoy it, right? And I wasn't craving as much shitty food anymore. I mean, I still am, but like not nearly as much as before. So the fact that it actually does get easier is very helpful to know that this is true. Okay, let's try Motherload again. I'm working on finding a demon to possess me so they can take over living healthily in my set. Getting started is the hardest part. Yeah, it is. Fuck it. Apparently you need 21 days to form a pattern, but I think it depends on the person. Oh yeah, I can totally see that it might be dependent on a person, yeah. But having at least like a ballpark of a period of time that you can aim for is probably a good thing for people, because people generally like aiming for something, or like maybe not aiming for something, but like having a certain like goal where they know, okay, it's gonna be less shitty from that point onwards, you know? I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because if in your mind it will never get better, then it's gonna be very hard to keep going and to motivate yourself. So I guess going with like 21 days is a good start. And if it's not immediately easier after 21 days, like I doubt it's gonna be like a switch, you know? It's not like one day it sucks and then the next day it's all of a sudden you're like the healthiest person in the world, right? Like it's probably not gonna be like that, but hey Kaxi, thank you so much for 3 years. Oh my god, thank you so much. Welcome back. How are you doing? Thank you. And thanks for 14 months Spectral. Welcome back. Hello Tattles, what's up? How are you doing? You gonna go for Tattle season? Probably not. I'm just kind of playing. If I feel like it at some point. I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling it at some point. Maybe at the end of the season. The problem is always, like, the problem that I have with Tidal is usually, like, at the start of the season, I'm somewhat motivated to play. But if you want Tidal, you almost always need to, like, you need to play at the end, right? Because that's when you know where the cutoff is, and that's when people have figured out struts and blah, 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 right? And I'm usually, like, at the end of the season, I'm, like, much less motivated, usually. And I'm also, like, generally just, like, not playing as much WoW and doing, like, other stuff. So, I have a feeling that that might be similar this time, too. But if for whatever reason I'm super motivated at the end of the season, maybe I'll go for Tidal. But only if I feel like it. What about you, Teddles? Do you get a group? I'm usually done like 2 months before the season ends as well, yeah. Hey, Pamel. Why do you feel like life is giving me a lesson at the moment? I literally started with a diet 3 weeks ago and exercise a week ago, where even 15 kilometers on a stationary bike was achievement for me, and listening to this wants me to keep going. That is so fucking cool, Pamel. Congrats on 3 weeks already on your diet. That is sick. And even starting to add some exercise as well a week ago. That is amazing. Good job. That is really, really cool. Keep it up. So make sure you don't overdo it, though. That was always my problem. Like, I started doing something and I did really well. And then I'm this competitive person that wants to get better and more of everything. And I tried to improve all of the things that I did, you know, like, even, like, eat healthier and even healthier. And then I'm like cycling. It's like I need to cycle more, and I need to cycle every day, and it needs to be 2 hours, and then I need to do this and that. At some point, it's maybe not even that healthy anymore if you just overdo it. Yeah. Sometimes giving your body a rest once in a while and just like taking it one step at a time rather than trying to do it all at once is better. But if you already stuck to it for 3 weeks and you're exercising a week now, then I think you're in a good... You're definitely doing really well. Jack, thank you so much for giving us up to Tattles. Appreciate that so much. I'm kind of taking 2 relax days. That's good, though. Yes, go for it. Because I said I went on a 10-kilometer hike, then I did talk on a bike, now my legs can't. That is really good though. Like, definitely go for a break and let your body rest. Definitely need stuff like that too. Watch out with bicycles, they can fuck up your wrist. I started counting my macros and working out because of a relationship that now ended and which was not that healthy mentally, but it got me kick-started to live healthy physically. That is such a good thing, Marie. That is so cool. I'm so glad you found the motivation to like look into like health a little bit and maybe counting macros and whatnot. That is really cool. Yeah, there's so much information out there about this whole stuff. In the end, you're just gonna figure out what works for you. I was never an outdoor person, but that hike was amazing, and we have so many pretty places in Slovakia. Oh, you're from Slovakia, nice. I'm excited to go for another. That is so cool. I'm very glad that you went out and you actually enjoyed it. I always, well, always, but that might be an exaggeration. But I definitely want to go to Slovakia once to go hiking and maybe cycling as well. I did see that it's that you have really beautiful areas there. It's very cool. Yeah, I think a lot of people underestimate how nice it is to like go out once in a while, like mentally. Apparently it's very nice to get fresh air. Apparently so. Mr. Comas. Just don't curl more than you can handle. Don't try to row it. Honestly, lifting weights is such a good thing. Honestly, I wish lifting weights wouldn't be as healthy it is. Fuck that. Because I've been going to the gym for a while, but I still just don't love gym workouts. Like, I much prefer doing stuff outside or like cycling or hiking or doing kind of like outdoorsy fun stuff where you don't have to like, I don't know. Gym workouts is something that I do. Like, I do go to the gym, but I mainly just do it because I know it's healthy for you to have lean muscle mass. But I hate the fact that it's healthy. I hate that. I currently try to go to the gym 3 times a week, which I do struggle to do. But yeah, I currently do like 2 leg days and 1 upper body day. But I think I'm gonna switch to like 3 full body days. It's probably a better thing. Because if you don't go to the gym 4 days a week, then splitting lower upper is maybe not that great. Because then I'm not... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I do 3 full body things from in the future when I'm done with my current cycle. Someone told me they find weight training really boring. For me, it isn't, but I get where that comes from. I don't think it's boring, personally. I think... I personally think it's very difficult to do it properly. I think that's what I always struggle with when it comes to weight training. Like, I think like progressing your lifts properly is actually really hard. Like, if you really want to do it properly, it is really like, it's just mentally really hard to find the strength to like actually get proper sets and proper reps in. I feel like it's very hard. I don't know. Gym is for building muscle, but it technically is not needed. Look at gymnasts, crazy shredded muscles and no weights. Okay, wait, though, like... Okay, so first of all, gymnasts do strength training as well. As part of their training. But secondly, gymnasts... They are doing strength training, they're just doing it with body weight. So... Like, when I say strength training, I don't mean... Like, I'm not saying that you need to use weights. You can do strength training without weights. The issue, like, if you're a gymnast, you're like a gymnast is an athlete, yeah? And you can't compare a normal human being to an athlete. Because obviously a gymnast, like that person is going to be working out a lot more than a normal person does. And obviously that person is going to have a lot of lean muscle mass that they built from work, like from doing their gymnast routine and calisthenics and strength training and whatever, right? So to say that a normal person shouldn't or doesn't have to go to the gym and lift weights just because gymnasts are shredded by being gymnasts, like that's not really a good comparison to make, right? Because like, yes, if you're a gymnast, then maybe the amount of weights that you have to lift at the gym is not as important because you're doing so much body weight training, all right? The reason why lifting weights for a normal person is so good is because doing strength training in a gym is just much easier than doing something like calisthenics. Like, calisthenics is really good for you. It is super good for you. But calisthenics is really difficult to execute for a person that is just like a normal human being, you know, that isn't, doesn't have some sort of like history in gymnastics or calisthenics or whatever. Because just doing like doing basic calisthenics is already like really difficult. Like, you need a lot of basic strength to be able to do a lot of the calisthenics moves, right? Gym is just easier to, because you have, it's easier to progress your lifts, I guess. Because in the end, strength training, or like the thing that strength training is good for is to build muscle mass, right? Like that is what the healthy thing is about it, right? And you can build muscle mass in various different ways. You don't have to go to the gym to build muscle mass. You can build muscle mass doing loads of different kinds of things, technically speaking. Like, you can build muscle swimming, you can build muscle playing soccer, you can build muscle doing basketball. Like, you can do skiing, you can do climbing. Like, there's all sorts of stuff that technically builds muscle mass. The problem, or I don't want to say the problem, but it's just generally easier to build muscle mass in a gym lifting weights because it's much easier for you to progress with it in like a shorter amount of time because you have like the machines and everything that are kind of like set up for you to do the thing that, you know, like it's like you go to a machine, the first time you lift the weight, you can do 10 reps of like, I don't know, 50 kilograms. And then the next week you're like, oh, I'm going to try 55. There you go. Then you do 55. And then the next time maybe you do 57, I mean. And then you, like, it's just easier to progress the weight because you have a clear idea of what you did the last time and what you have to do next time to progress. If you do any kind of other strength training that is not like lifting weights, you can, of course, also progress and you can also build muscle and whatnot. It's just going to be harder for you to, like, measure progression, I guess, and to get better at it. But if you really like rock climbing and you hate going to the gym, then obviously you should be doing rock climbing. Like, right? In the end, rock climbing is better than doing nothing for strength training or for like muscle building, right? Why do I hate ML so much? I honestly don't hate ML so much. I just never get invited to anything. I just started calisthenics a few months ago. That is so cool, full logs. I had a hard time, but once you get used to just adapting it to your personal level, it's way more fun than going to the gym for me. If you like that more, then that is so good for you. I'm so glad. I did try doing home workouts for a while. And I personally just didn't really manage to... The thing that I didn't like about it... And I think this might be like a... It could be like a woman versus guy thing as well. Because for women generally... Because women generally have a little bit less muscle mass, obviously, right? And for a woman to do like a basic calisthenic move requires a lot more... Like to even get there to do one pull-up, for example. Like to be able to do one pull-up is already such a long path to get there. And it's hard to stay motivated if you cannot even do one. Because the progression from 0 pull-ups to 1 pull-ups, like that progression is hard for you to see the success. You know, because like, let me give you a good example. Let's say you're a guy and you can do 1 pull-up as like a baseline. You can just do 1. Then you do 1 and then you do a bunch of like hanging pull-ups or whatever to like increase your strength. And then next time, maybe you can still only do 1.5. And then the third time you can maybe do 2 pull-ups, right? And that's already success. And it's like, let's go, 2nd pull-up done, right? The problem is, if you don't have the baseline of 1 pull-up, if you can't do even 1, then you're just doing like dead man's or whatever, where you're just hanging. And you like, maybe you jump up and then pull yourself down slowly or whatever, right? And then maybe for weeks, you can still not do 1 pull-up. And that is, I feel like it's just so demotivating, because like, what the fuck? Like, I tried to do pull-ups for 4 weeks and I still can't do 1, you know? And that's always the problem that I had with calisthenics, is that the basic moves are so hard already that it gets demotivating to even get to that first point. If you go to the gym, then you can do stuff with like super little weight, but you can do it at least. And then the next time you add a little bit more weight and you can still do it, but you see the progression, you know? And I feel like that is, for me at least, for me personally, that is something that I personally need to be able to stay motivated. I know people are different, right? But I'm a really competitive person, and if I don't see progression, then it demotivates me, and I'm like, fuck! So for me, seeing like the weight increase or whatever is kind of important, which I didn't really have with like these calisthenic moves. At least not properly. Good morning, Calandra. What's up? How are you doing today? Embrace the thing you hate and go to the gym anyways. Yeah, that is what I do. I mean, I don't want to say I hate going to the gym. I just would rather do other activities. But that's because the girls are trying to do an exercise that is naturally harder for them. Yeah, but what would we do? What, like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not saying that a woman cannot train upper body or whatever. Like, what I'm trying to say is that, like, that's why calisthenics for people with, like, less muscle mass or less strength is a little bit harder to see success in initially, right? Doing, like, abs or lower body strength exercise, and they will have an easier time. Yeah, but you will have to... I mean, yeah, but you can't just only do abs and lower body exercises. Also, our legs and abs are also weaker, yeah? It's not that women generally just have less upper body muscle. They also have less everywhere muscle, yeah? We also generally have weaker leg muscles, yeah? Or less muscle mass. Just man up, yeah. Hey, Body Slayer, what's up? How are you doing? A bathroom is down. I put pics on Discord. I did see it on Blue Sky Calendar. It looks so nice. I really love it. It looks so, so cool. But your fat is distributed evenly, so you look less fat. Is it? I think it depends on the person, right? Some women can also have, like, all of their fat stored in certain areas. Like, some people have lots of fat stored in, like, their legs and their thigh area, while their waist is, like, pretty thin. And some women store fat on their stomach, too. I think guys generally tend to store their fat more in their stomach. But this is like every person's kind of different type of thing. Generally, women tend to store more fat in their legs rather than their stomach. But it's not always true, right? Some women definitely also store more fat in their stomach area versus legs. Why 13 so hard? I know, right? Women need a higher base level of fat. That is true, yeah. But it doesn't mean that we generally, like, always store fat evenly. I think there's lots of women that definitely wouldn't disagree with you. But yeah, women do have more body fat than men usually. Or need more fat. Dun, 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 dun. Wait, that's a priory. I don't want that. Okay, I need 2. What's the time? 3:17. I need 2 more dungeons. Can I do that? I believe. I drank so much coffee today, and I still need more. Just got 12 or so, and no one wants to let me in a 13. Oh, shit, Danny. What a typical LFG experience. But the big thing is perspective. If women are comparing themselves strength-wise to other women, that is a good comparison versus being like she's not good at pull-ups like a man. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not comparing my strength to a man's strength. I literally just meant what I said. That it's like harder to do calisthenics if you have less base muscle because you don't see the progression as easily as if you would be lifting, because your body weighs a certain amount, and if you do body strength workouts, you have to, like, you're basically lifting your own weight. You cannot do less than your own weight in a sense, right? Yes, you can by like making it easier with like other tools or whatever, but if your baseline strength is not nearly strong enough to hold your own weight, then the progression from nothing to that first repetition is difficult, and you don't see this progression as easy, which is demotivating. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just pointing out that it can be mentally harder to start with calisthenics or body weight training because you don't see progression as easily, which is harder than for your brain to like keep track of your progression and to stay motivated for it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. If your base strength is so good that you can easily do one pull-up, you can easily do a push-up, you can easily do like, you know, a bunch of these like basic kind of body weight things, from progressing from there on out is gonna be nice and linear, which is easier for your brain to like keep track on and to keep progressing easier. If your baseline strength is a lot below that first rep, then to get to that first rep is just really hard. So maybe going to the gym first, or it doesn't have to be the gym, but lifting weights first or something to be able to get to that strength point might be slightly less hard for you mentally. Are we getting a new catalyst stairs this week? I don't know. My baseline strength was me dying and feeling like my arms were going to break when I did push-ups. One of the other things that I have currently, because I am, like, I can do push-ups. I can do, like, 12 proper push-ups or something. The one thing that I have with, or, I mean, I don't want to say it's like a, I don't know. I have this a lot with lifting weights too. It's not just like body weight stuff. But I have this thing where I can do 12, but then I can't do 13. And there would be like a lot of progression between 12 and 13 that I just can't kind of do. Because I can't really do like a half thing. Can you summon me? Okay, this sounds kind of stupid, but like, you know, when you go to a machine, or let's say you're doing a squat, okay? Let's say you do a squat with like a barbell, and let's say you manage to do 8 reps with this weight that you have, but you can't do another one. But you know that you could still, like, there's something left, you know, like you can do like more squats, just not with this weight. Like, you didn't like fully power like out your strength, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Well, then you can just take some weight off and do maybe a couple more to like really like, you know, to really like feel like you know, did your max, right? Same with a machine. If you have like different kinds of weights that you can just select. So you just do a bunch with like this weight, and then if you feel like, okay, I can't do one more, but I can do 2 more with like lower weight, you know. And if you do like body weight stuff where you do pull-ups or push-ups or whatever, then that's not really something you can do. You can't just lower your own weight and do another push-up. And understand there's other variations where instead of like doing a whole push-up, you can just do like a half push-up or something. Like, I know that there's like different variations you can do, but it's not as satisfying as if the weight stuff, I guess, for progression purposes. But I think that might just be my brain being weird like that. As an ex-pro athlete, I can say we did both, lifting weights in gym and working with your own body weight. For me, a game changer in my sports. Yeah, I do think it's kind of difficult to keep, like, to be able to maintain like proper strength without like lifting weights at gym is hard. It's not that it's not doable, it's totally doable, but it is for sure a little bit harder without doing like compound movements and stuff at the gym, I guess. And I wish it wouldn't be the case though. I wish I could just do HIIT workouts every day. They're so fast and they feel so satisfying afterwards. They're hard to do, you know?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I also like zone 2 more than HIIT, but apparently HIIT is healthier for women than zone 2. Men can do all the zone 2 they want. Listen, go. Are you a cardio enjoyer? I am a cardio enjoyer. I wish I could just do cardio every day. Did I already tell you that I got my new bike today? It's at home waiting for me. I'm excited. I'm not making it. Okay, listen. I'm struggling. I'm struggling, guys. Don't worry, I'll be there in an hour and a half. Wait, how did he die already? Oh, I got it. Oh, we pulled this guy? Oh, we pulled more guys? Well, fuck!
A little longer.
Well, we might be struggling, guys. I'm gonna figure out how to just jump properly now while I wait for these guys. I think you have to like jump left and then right. Hey Dapio, what's up? Is it an EMTB? No, it's a gravel bike. Hey Avenue, what's up? Really, Sui? Ugh. That is the worst, actually. God, yeah, people suck. So which of these mobs are actually not resetting
Only
health?
the strongest survive.
Are the assassins just generally not resetting health? And the vendors? Oh, which mobs do not reset health? So strange. I'm not sure I understand. Hey, Akarid, what's up? How you doing? I haven't played this game in a year. Really, Rotoxen? Good for you. I guess you don't miss it at all, do you? Nice try, guys. Man, I feel like every Motherlode always fails at the start on the skip. Is there no route where you just play this? Like, is it actually just... Like, is it hard just to play this, the start? Is it actually that much worse, efficiency-wise, to play it? One second. What the? Oh. I opened something on accident and now it like covered my chat and I thought my monitor is glitching. Very good though. Shit, this was Motherlode again, right? And I still don't have a port. Last I played this game probably was SSC, but I watched the world first runs a couple months ago. There's so many people that watch the world first. Oh wait, who called me? There's so many people that watch the world first runs, but are not necessarily playing the game anymore. And I totally get that. That makes a lot of sense. Let me see who called me. Give me a sec. What the hell? Oh, my bank called me. What did they want? Calling back, I guess? Alright, the bank just told me that they are gifting me a bunch of money. Can you imagine? Crazy, huh? They just said, we just found all of this money for you and we're gonna deposit it on your bank account. I wish. That's a joke, by the way. My bank's certainly not giving me any money. My bank is taking all my money. That's all they do. They're taking it all. La, 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 la. Na, 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 na. All right, let's do this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Make sure you watch the new video on my YouTube channel, by the way, about the salami adventure. Giovanni the Salami is now famous on YouTube. Okay, so this group is pulling the Peacekeeper here. Not skipping. I think I like it. The skip never works anyway. If it gets higher, I'll move to Malta. Honestly, Malta can't be that bad, right? Maybe I'm gonna join you. Maybe I move to Malta myself. Or Cyprus. Apparently, Cyprus is not all that bad either. Whoa! Ah. This is a 200% count route. I think so as well. Attention, everybody! The salami's on YouTube. I saw that there's Potty C about the new Archon add-on. I heard it's like it's still a hot topic. Is this add-on even live, by the way? Like this Archon add-on, is it actually like being used? Like, is it working? Is it live? Are people using it? Yes, I have it. Okay, so it is working. So how is it work? Like, do people already feel some sort of like impact of the add-on or not really? So I personally did not really see any like better or worse invites to things. What does it do? Okay, well, so apparently there's now an add-on that
Defensive.
it basically looks at your parses from your like just Warcraft logs, and it will display them when you're queuing up to stuff. Basically the same as Raider's IO score or like Mythic Plus score. Except for like parses. And people are like really worried that you won't get invited now unless you have like top parses or whatnot. So that people become even pickier than they are. And I don't know if that's gonna be true or not, or if it's already happening.
Defensive. Bombs.
People were already kind of checking logs anyway, but you know how much of a hassle it is to actually check logs. So I guess people didn't really check logs, right? It was always in the titles like checking logs, but like they didn't actually do that. Like, let's be real. But now the add-on is gonna allow them to actually see it, I guess.
Defensive.
I wonder how much impact it will have though, because how many people... Because I think even with bad parses, you would still rather have a person that cleared it than the person that did not clear it, right? Isn't the number one criteria still gonna be the experience? In my opinion, at least. Like, if I make a heroic group and 2 people queue up, 2 moonkins. One moonkin is full heroic clear, but doesn't have like super good parses. And another moonkin is only half heroic clear, but has good parses on those. I personally think I would invite the full clear moonkin anyway, right? Even if their parses are slightly worse, I personally would still prefer that over the person that does more damage for a heroic clear. I'm not sure if everyone thinks this way, but I personally would certainly think that way.
Bombs.
What do you think? You would take the better parser? Really? Why? Can you elaborate? You think experience is more important? You think experience is less important than somebody doing a lot of damage?
Defensive.
And this really is a 500% route, huh?
Defensive. Defensive. Defensive.
They could have been carried. The good parsers know how to play and will do fine once they get a couple pulls in, I'm sure. See, I personally disagree with you. I think just because somebody does a lot of damage doesn't mean that they know how to play. Because you can pet on raid bosses a lot. Like, the amount of petting that is possible in raid bosses is kind of crazy. If you really want to do a lot of damage, then you can by just focusing on the damage rather than mechanics. And a person that really focuses on the mechanics usually does a little bit less damage. Because doing mechanics by default kind of requires you to do things that are not beneficial to your overall DPS, right? Usually. Not always, but many times.
Defensive.
Our guild sticks attempts were so frustrating because people were trying to parse and it was basically one of the only range trying to focus down range mobs and pull out the bomb card. Yeah.
Defensive.
Yeah, I can see how... I guess I never really considered this as like a downside of the add-on as well. But the fact that this add-on exists might actually make people focus even more on parses than they already did. Because, I mean, I guess a lot of people already like focused on parse even before this add-on was even like a thing at all. People cared about parsing, right? That's true. But maybe this add-on is gonna increase the desire for people to just like full-on pads. Potentially. I'm still not tired of the song. The song is great. Ow!
Wasn't necessary.
That was rude. At that point, just say you must have minimum 350 mounts to rate. Honestly, maybe they should just take that as a measurement. I agree. Fuck it. That would actually be so funny. If you just do a raid, but you require some like super weird thing where it's like You need to have X amount of mounts and like transmogs and whatever to join this like mythic raid. Yeah, I should do that from now on.
Defensive.
Oh,
Survival wasn't necessary.
that was so fast. Or? Like that boss had a haste buff or something, right?
Swamp.
Hey, grundsätzlich, what's up? Why am I stupid? Dude, maybe I'm just stupid.
Defensive. Swamp.
Swarp. Krank geschrieben. Oh. Hoffe, dir geht's bald besser.
Defensive.
Shatter.
Swamp.
Swarping.
Defensive. Fixated. Swamp.
Not swarping. Yeah, the barrel thing is a trinket that I have equipped. Hammerlock. Spawn's fun. I mean, I personally like it. You should give it a try, see if you like it as well.
Feet. Feet. Feet.
The one thing that is interesting about this whole Archon add-on is the fact that no one came up with this earlier. That's actually the most interesting part about it, in my opinion. The fact that nobody thought of this earlier. Hey, Witch Doctor, what's up? My gear's fine. It's just yellow. It's okay. Thank you, though. Oh! What's the time? Can we still do this? Think so, right?
Feet.
Hey May, what's up? No, my gloves are not right.
Only the
Fuck!
strongest survive.
Fuck! Now they're right. See guys, I could die 2 more times before my gear was red. 2 more deaths before the gear was actually red.
No,
Feet. Feet.
Don't love! I died twice because you told me my gear was red, but it wasn't red. This is all your fault.
Feet.
I looked at my fucking gear because you told me it's red when it wasn't. And then I wasn't focusing on the floor, and then I didn't see the thing, and I died. And then my gear was still not red.
Feet.
And then I walked to the bomb, and then my gear was red. This is all your fault, Twitch chat. This is all your fault. Oh fuck, I walked in the wrong direction. Starfall, it is your fault. Like every time I die, it's your fault. Can't believe you didn't know that yet. What's up, Tuxars? The gloves were red. No, they were not. I swear they were not. Guys, I have an add-on that has like a red number with the percentage displayed on my. Like the way it works is that like there's a number that shows a percent from my durability, and the number is in the color red. So if you're not looking properly, it might look like something is red, but it's not. It just says like, I don't know, 18%. That they have like 18% durability left. And that number 18 is displayed in a red color. And then people think that my gear is red, when it's actually just yellow. It's the number that is red. It was not red when you said it was. Oh my god, I've never seen such a clean platform before. Look at that. Nah. The priest just interrupted my wild charge. This boss is so strange. This boss actually used to be somewhat hard. Well, I mean, I guess it wasn't. This boss was never really hard. This boss was always just strange, I guess. Oh. I'm taking a swim, guys.
Defensive. Fixated. Defensive.
I hate this area. If there's anything I hate in Bannerlord, then it's these stupid fixate bombs. So annoying.
Defensive. Fixated. Defensive. Defensive.
Oh my god. Oh man, I still can't believe G actually liked grey cheese. I thought she would have at least some like
Defensive.
reaction to it initially, where she was like, huh? She just ate it like a champ. And at least she pretended to like it. The barrels are my trinket.
Defensive.
I have a trinket that spawns barrels. No, you don't have to enter Eclipse before you press your cooldowns.
Fixated. Defensive. Defensive.
Ah, please! I'm alive, I'm alive.
Fixated. Defensive.
Jesus.
Defensive. Defensive.
5 minutes 30 looks good, I think. Oh my god, I'm gonna get so much score from this key, guys. This is so good. In before streamer dies again. Why would I die? What do you mean? There's absolutely no way I could die to literally anything. I can't believe you would think that I would die. Get the clip ready. Hey, Bruno Nog, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you're having a nice Tuesday so far. Wow. Oh, wait. He's not gonna make it. We did it. Oh no, we did miss. Fuck. Two minutes 40. Well, we can do that, I guess. I'm doing it, guys. We're getting so much score. And you know what I love more than great cheese? Yep, it is Radar score.
Our agreement
57, let's go.
for now.
Oh,
I can't wait to hear about your
ooh,
adventure.
resilience. Ooh,
Try not to slay too
beautiful.
okay?
I'm resilient, guys. Wait, what key level is this? 14? Oh, I'm 13 resilient now. Damn. Good morning, Chachi. What's up? So maybe I can upgrade some stuff. I don't think so, but let me see him.
There is much to discover.
Oh wait, I already had cap. Oh, I didn't realize. I can only upgrade my cloak, I guess. Ruined of the Undermine. Beautiful.
Fair skies and strong winds.
What is resilience? So resilient means that you have this. It's like a new addition that they added this season. If you have all keys done on a certain level above 12, then your keys do not deplete below it. So, for example, I have done all keys, all dungeons on at least 13. So that means that my key will never go below 13 anymore. So if I do a 13 key, if I do my own 13 key and we deplete it, it's gonna stay 13. All right, well, now we can do a rookery or a brewery, I guess, to like switch up the pain from the Mother Loads. So let's do Cinder Brew or rookery. We have to do at least 15, at least 14. Let's see if we can find a 15. Okay, it doesn't look good. They all have moonkins already. There's so many moonkins everywhere. Where did they all come from? all of these moonkins coming out of nowhere. One sec. Someone's calling. One sec. Guys, this is like like the gardening, like somebody from like a gardening company called me because I have a flower bed that is like a raised flower bed, and it needs to be filled with more like earth. It just needs to be filled up basically. And he just called me and said and asked if I'm home because he would be bringing the stuff now. And I was like, fuck, I'm working. And then he's like, well, I guess I can't really like get in, like, what are we gonna do? And at some point I realized I can open the door for him, like from my phone. And I can even I can open all the doors for him from my phone. Technology is crazy. Soil, there you go. Soil, that's the word. He's gonna bring soil. I can literally open all of my like apartment doors for him. So I'm gonna just have a guy enter my home now without me being home. But I know him, or somewhat. What is this gonna do? Like, hey Arlank, what's up? I watched the salami sledding video and your laugh is contagious. Seemed like a lot of fun. I'm so glad you enjoyed the salami sledding video. It was one of the more unhinged things I have done lately. I'm glad you liked it. It needs earth. I'm a fan of that. Yes. It needs more earth. Oh. So we're doing rookery. Let me find that key. There we go. A flower guy has to be a psycho. My fiance saw me watching the salami video and I had to explain it. Wait, why did I just pour to rookery? It's right. Oh my god. My brain doesn't work today. Or my brain never actually works. Oh, I didn't see this picture, Calandra. Oh, it looks so nice. Guys, have you seen Calandra's new bathroom? Oh, it's so nice. So fancy. Nice. I love these like windows next to like the bathtubs. It is super fancy. I like it so much. It's beautiful. Damn. Very fancy. Love it. If you take your first bath, you're gonna tell me about it. Tell me how that bathtub is. He might borrow a cup of sugar without asking. You think he might be stealing my sugar? No way, you think so? You earned the portal, so use it no matter the distance. Yeah, good point. Slight flex with your portal. Portaling to Rookery from Dornagal. I have one of those Ring cameras, but my cats make my phone notify me of motion in my apartment. Oh, like the Ring camera, if somebody like rings the doorbell, you see a camera. Yeah, so I have, like, it's a little bit strange because so the apartment building that I live in does have a camera. Like when somebody rings the doorbell, just like technically, as far as I understood initially, it was only meant to see, so you can see it in the apartment, right? So basically, if you're in your apartment and somebody rings the doorbell downstairs from the building, then you have like a display in your home where you can see who is ringing the doorbell, basically. But then David did some magic hacking. He hacked the mainframe, and now we can also see it on our phones. But then the issue was that I wasn't able to open the door in the apartment itself. So basically, you could open the door downstairs, but not open the door from the apartment itself because it was like a closed system. But David did some more hacking, and now we can access like the home network through Home Assistant, and now we can also open the home door. I just have to like use Tailscale, which is like some sort of like VPN thingy. Ordinary. Crazy hacker magic. Hey Hannah, what's up? I hope you rested well last night. I did not. After the hike, I drove home. I had to quickly change my clothes because I was sweaty and stinky, and I had to prepare my food in like one of these like Tupperwares. And then I like sprinted out the door. I picked up my friends, and then I drove to the gardening course. And we were 2 minutes late. And then I started eating my dinner like in the middle of the gardening course out of my Tupperware. They must have thought I'm a fucking student or something. I don't know. They're like, what's wrong with her? Can't she eat before? Like, what the fuck? And then I came home at like 10 p.m. or so. Or 10-ish p.m. And then I like, took a shower and everything. And then I was lying in bed at like way too late. I was in bed like 11:30 or whatnot. And I just couldn't sleep. I don't know why. I think because it was like wired the whole day. Just like, streaming first and like in a rush and like stress or whatever. And then I was just lying in bed staring at the fucking ceiling for at least an hour. Even though I was physically like exhausted. But I just couldn't sleep. And then today in the morning I was just dead. But the good news is...
Frontal.
I uploaded the Giovanni salami video. So, who needs to sleep well? When you can watch Giovanni the salami sledding adventure. So if you haven't seen it yet, make sure you watch it later at some point. Don't watch it now. Actually, I'm not your mom. Do whatever you want.
I will distract them here.
Brockus. Hey, Ajin, what's up? In my old job, I used to get a solid 5 hours sleep at night. I was lucky. Fuck. Oh god, that's horrible. Wait, but why? Did you have like really weird shifts? Like splits in your day?
Defensive. Defensive.
Wait, I'm thinking, is there something lying around in my apartment right now that I don't want the gardener to see?
Defensive.
I just realized maybe the apartment is like really like chaotic or something, but I think it's actually somewhat good-ish, you know? No. No, we're fine. No, all good. Hide the bodies, yeah. Oh, okay, shit. That sucks, Brockus.
Defensive.
Maybe I'm gonna do a late gym session today. I might. I have to leave at like 5 p.m. because
Defensive.
my brother, Marlies, and twins are coming to test a new couch. Because I ordered. Oh, he's here. Oh, fuck.
Your survival wasn't necessary.
Defensive.
Shit, I had to open the door. Okay, now I also have to open the other door. Give me a sec. Sorry, guys. Wait. Oh. They're on this side. Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm here. I'm here. I'm good. I opened all the doors. We're good now. Your Earth got you killed? Yeah. I can't believe my Earth got me killed. Oh, man. Whoa. Okay, I'm not sure if it really worked, but I mean, I told him to call me if it doesn't, so far so good. I think I might have opened it. I think we did it. I feel so futuristic right now. What's next? Flying cars? Oh, the near servers are down now? Yeah. Oh, it's your vault time, right? When are the servers coming back up? I forgot that it's vault day today for you guys. When can you open your vault? In 30 minutes? Okay, nice. Alright guys, I wish you the best of luck. I hope you get an upgrade at least. And maybe even a best of start item. Maybe one. Just don't take up all of the luck, because I want some luck tomorrow. For my vault. And we all know we can't all be lucky. So save some of the luck for myself. I know what this is.
Far away. I thought I'd have to fight Goran on my own.
I called diffs on the good vault this week. 1 sec.
Curse it.
There we go. Okay, fuck. The door was not open on the top. But I managed to open it still. The second time. The second time worked. I wonder if the door like closes at some point. Because I did open it earlier too, I think. But maybe because nobody entered the door, maybe it did close eventually. But they're in now, guys. They're in. I let the strangers into my apartment. I like how happy I am about letting strangers into my apartment without me being home. It's like, yes! I let them in without anyone seeing what they're gonna do. I did it, guys. Yes, we got Earth. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I very highly doubt that they would do anything. To be fair, I'm also like a really trusting person. So I never would think that anyone would do anything bad, right? But then at the same time, I think if somebody... Yeah, I agree. Like, if somebody knows that you have the technology to let people into your apartment remotely, you would assume that there's a possibility that they have cameras somewhere set up as well, right? Or like a security system somehow. So you probably wouldn't dare to do anything anyway. At least that's what I would think if somebody was able to let me in remotely. Or at least the possibility is there. Also, like, even if I don't have cameras, if there's one person that I let into an apartment, and then the next day there's something missing, it's like, like, huh, who could have taken that thing? Like, Like, I think you don't have to be Sherlock Holmes to be able to tell that the one person you let into your apartment might have taken it. So you would have to be very bold to take something, I guess. What if they eat your cookies? Okay, that's actually true. There's a bunch of things they could do that I would probably not notice that... actually, that would be so funny. Like, imagine they don't take anything, but they just, like, move things, like, a little bit around, you know? Like, move, like, one plate into, like, a location where... where it's not supposed to be. Change the time on the, like... the clock that is next to your bed, like the alarm clock a little. Just like a couple minutes. Just like evil things. Eat one cookie. Would you be mad if they stole Naguura merch? I think I would be mad. Because the Naguura merch is not being sold anymore. It's limited edition. It's not available anymore. On the other hand, if they would be advertising with my merch, then... could be a good thing. Maybe I would get lots of gardening people watching my stream. I could talk about tomatoes all day. I could get some tips on how to grow tomatoes, bell peppers. What if they pour out some of the liquids that I have open and like put something else in? What if they would like switch the good wine with like bad wine? Or even worse, what if they would switch the bad wine with good wine? So I would think that the bad wine is actually good, and then I keep buying more of it. And then it's in fact shitty. Oh my god! Bell peppers are the worst pepper? You did not just say that. Bell peppers is literally the most delicious thing ever. I cannot believe you just said that.
Dodge.
It's funny, when I was a child, I would eat bell peppers, just cut up, without anything. And then my mom was like, try to put some like sugar, not sugar, try to put some salt on it, or try to put some like balsamic vinegar in it or something, you know, like to give it a little bit more taste. And I was like, I tried it, it's like, ugh, disgusting. I want the pure raw bell peppers. It's so funny that like children in general somehow don't like condiments or sauces as much. Like for example, my brother's children, he's got twins. We went for lunch some time ago, like last weekend, and they were eating pasta, like just macaroni, right? And I was eating like Wiener Schnitzel with croquetten. What's the word? Croquettes? You know, like these potato... Like they're these round kind of like rolls of potato that are deep fried in... What is it called? In English. Is it called croquettes? No. But I guess you know what I mean. Not really tater tots, but something similar, I guess. They're kind of like rolls that are long. Like just like long rolls that are filled with potato mash. And then they're like deep fried. Yeah, they're not balls, they're like long rolls. It doesn't matter, you know what I mean approximately. So anyway, they wanted to try that. And at first I didn't want to give it to them because, you know, it's deep fried and they had their own food. So at some point when they almost ate their whole thing, I was like, okay, you can have one if you eat the rest of your pasta. Unfortunately though, he understood that and he actually did eat the rest of the pasta. He like stuffed it in his mouth. He was like, oh well, challenge accepted. So he like stuffed the pasta in his mouth and ate the rest of the pasta. And then I was like, okay, fine, I guess you can have the potato mash. So I scooped out the mash from inside. And I had some jam as well. Like I had like cranberry jam that I ate with my like potatoes and with my schnitzel. And I put a little bit of jam onto it, which is delicious, right? And he was like, oh no, not that. Like he was like, no, not that. And then I gave it to him and he like turned it around and ate like the potato mash that didn't have any sauce on it. Like he avoided like that whole part where I had put the jam on it. So I was like, well, okay, I'm sorry that I wanted to make it more delicious for you. Like, no.
Dodge.
Mayonnaise or go home, yeah.
Defensive. Defensive.
I got my niece to eat their veggies with a kettle every mouthful. Oh, that's so cute, Tarsh. Oh my god, that's so cute. I miss when my nephew was young. He's no fun anymore. Oh no. The fun part, like when children like get into this age where everything is cringe and everything is like embarrassing, you just really gotta lean into it though.
Dodge.
It's hilarious when, you know, when they're like really embarrassed and you just like continue doing the embarrassing thing on purpose, you know? You just really gotta lean into it then. Make it as cringe as possible.
Dodge. Defensive. 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 Defensive.
Teenagers are the worst. It is true, sometimes teenagers can be really exhausting. That's great advice. I'll go super cringe at him. Go for it, hair clock.
Defensive. Great crystals.
Okay, I guess I'm not going anywhere. Hey Jack, what's the topic of the hour? We're currently talking about how teenagers are the spawns of Satan, and how children and toddlers have horrible taste, because they don't like condiments.
Based.
So we're basically shit talking children right now.
Cursed.
It's my favorite thing to do. Hey Arcrash, what's up? How you doing? That's toxic.
Dot. Cursed.
Nah, they're toxic.
Cursed.
They're the toxic ones.
Defensive. Great crystals. Dot. Cursed. Based.
Hair clock. Oh man. On Saturday, I was invited to my friend's birthday brunch, and there's a bunch of my friends there, and a bunch of them brought their children, and I think in total there were like 8 children or something, and they were all like toddlers and like smaller children, and
Crystals. Cursed. Dot.
And then at some point, you could hear one of the children like scream as if they are dying. And we were all like looked around and they were like, what the fuck? And they ran over. And it turned out that one of the toddlers had their feet, like they were crawling on the floor. And their like feet, his foot was like in between 2 wooden planks, but it wasn't stuck. It was literally just like he just needed to lift his foot up, like he couldn't go front and back with because his like toes were in like the plank. But if he would have just put his heel upwards, he would have gotten out, right? Like it didn't hurt or anything. He was just like he couldn't move forward with his foot anymore or backwards. So we all it's like, what the fuck? Like we all thought he died or whatever. And then like Marlies ran over and like moved his foot up, and he was like, oh. It's like, what the fuck? Everyone had like half a heart attack.
Defensive. Great crystals. Phased.
Nice! Plus 15 points, guys. We got the 14. I think I need one more 14, and then I'm gonna be resilient 14. Yeah, I need a brewery 14, and then I'm resilient 14. And we have a full vault now, too. Nice. Enact for Moonkin AoE rotation, where is Star Search on the priority list? You never press it. On AoE, you do not ever press Star Search. It's a button that it doesn't exist on AoE. Because you press Starfall instead, right? Like the resource that you need to use Star Search. Okay, 1 second. So, alright guys, our flower bed is now filled with earth. Now I can start putting my vegetables outside. I'm excited. Oh my god. Well, actually, I can't start already to put my vegetables outside because it's too cold. I have to wait until May. But technically, I will be able to put my vegetables outside if it wasn't too early. The earthologist did his job, yes. Yeah, it sucks a little bit. Like here where I live, it's a little bit too cold to like the climate is a bit bad for like putting plants outside. You can grow a bunch of stuff, but the time frame that you can grow stuff outside is a bit short. So most of the time the plants don't have enough time to like really thrive properly. There's some like tricks that I learned yesterday when I did my gardening course that I can do. Like for example, my tomatoes and bell peppers, I already like sprouted like inside. I think I put them in earth early March. Yeah, early March. I took a picture yesterday of my beautiful tomato plants. You want to see them? Look, they're already so big. Look, they're huge. Look at those. And in May, I can put them outside. In May, it's gonna be fine, I think. I'm going to plant outside in like a month. Oh, you too? Okay. I thought it'd be okay, but then it was like 35F the other night. Yeah, it just gets so cold during the night still. I don't want to have them all die. Hair clock. Tomato for the pasta? I think the tomatoes are going to be used for salad. Like they're actual like good tomatoes that you probably eat like that rather than pasta. There's different kinds rather than sauce, but you can grow specific tomatoes just to make sauce. Like they have just like more like meat in them, basically like more fruit pulp, I guess. And then there's different tomatoes that you mainly make for like salads and like to eat like that, or for I guess tomato and mozzarella stuff like that you can eat. Meat, yeah. Why didn't your bro just bring you some earth? He's in business. Good point. He could have just excavated some earth for me. He's got the excavator going on. Why didn't he just excavate it, man? Let the earth mother guide you. I have my office currently all the flowers I've planted until they can go outside next month. Really? That's really nice. It's so funny because I've never really done any kind of plant stuff before. This is like the first year that I'm doing some sort of like gardening. And the amount of people that do gardening is crazy to me. Like all of my friends, all of a sudden, we all talk about tomatoes. It's like, how are your tomatoes doing? Oh, how are your tomatoes doing? Like, when are you putting your stuff outside? What are you planting this year? Like, any carrots? Any, like, whatever? It's like, yeah, fucking adult talk. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, man. And before all my plants die, and then I'm never gonna do any gardening ever again. Also, like, I'm gonna try something really cool because in my garden, I have something like this. Wait, I'll show you. I have something like this in my garden. Why is this such a bad picture? I need to find a better picture. Okay, I have something that looks something like this. It's not really like this, but they're more rounded. But whatever. It is something similar to this. It's what I have in my backyard. And I'm gonna try or attempt, which is the same word. I don't know why I just said, I don't know. You know what I mean. Maybe I find a third word that says the same thing. I'm gonna try to get some of the like stones out and put soil inside, and then I'm gonna plant different stuff. The problem is, of course, that there's not that much space in them. So I can only grow stuff that doesn't need a lot of space. But I could try to have like different kinds of herbs. I can try like strawberries. I can try some stuff, see what works. And it would look really cute. And maybe I also try some plants that grow over as well, so it looks a little bit prettier. Maybe efeu. I don't know what that one is called in English. This plant here. This plant that like grows over like houses and stuff. What is it called? Ivy, yes. I could try to have some ivy in some of them so it grows a little bit over. to cover them a little bit. Because, I mean, they're not super ugly, but they're not great. So the ones that I have are more rounded. They're more like this, maybe. Yeah, also not really like this. More like these ones here, I guess. Oh, I think these are the exact ones. This one here. I don't know why it doesn't show the picture. Yeah, these like half round ones. They're not super ugly, but I think it would be really cute if there's some green and some flowers growing over it. I'd watch the shit out of a gardening stream, how you do it. Dude, I would love to do a gardening stream where I like attempt all of this stuff with like these stones. I can totally do that. I still have to investigate when the best time would be to put the stuff in, which probably is going to be like in May. So if I'm going to be doing this, then I will totally stream it. I will do a gardening stream. This will totally happen, guys. I got you covered. Can chat help plant stuff in our earth? Honestly, it would be really cool if I do a gardening stream, because I have these, I have all of these like stones, right? This wall. And you guys could help me choose which of the ones I actually put soil in. Because that's I'm not sure on. Because obviously I'm not going to put soil in all of them. I'm going to choose some. And I also don't know what exactly I will try, because I'm going to try a bunch of different stuff. So you guys can help me choose what I put in which one, and which ones we're going to put like vegetables in, or which ones we're going to put herbs in, which one has flowers, you know, like stuff like that. We can choose together. With hat and gloves, of course. Gardening ASMR, yes. I think that would be super cute. And in general, I'm going to have to like set up the garden a little bit, because it's summer coming up, you know, and there's like one spot in my garden where I want to put a fireplace. So we can have, you know, some hot dogs, some s'mores, and maybe I can stream that as well on how I'm setting it up. Level up your herbalism. Oh my god, I'm going to have some real life herbalism. But anyway, guys, sorry that today's a little bit of a short stream. But yeah, I was just a little bit late today. I'm sorry. But yeah, I have to go. Unfortunately, I have some plans, and yeah, I can't change it now. I'm sorry. But I will stream tomorrow again. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'm gonna do a little bit of a longer stream again tomorrow. I think tomorrow we're going to play some WoW first, and then we're going to play some PoE, because I do want to check out PoE again. So tomorrow we do WoW, opening the vaults, and then we do PoE. We'll see if it's actually as bad as people say it is. Because I did play PoE 2 already last Friday, but I didn't play like a long time. So, and then I heard a lot of like really like bad stuff about it. So I don't know, like I kind of wanted to just try it again, just because I'm interested to see what people are complaining about so much. People say the campaign is super hard, and so far I didn't really notice it being that hard, but maybe I also haven't gotten to that point just yet. So yeah, I definitely would like to try it again. And if someone says it's too hard, then that is like, I'm like, challenge accepted. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you hanging out so much. Remember to watch my new YouTube video that I uploaded about Giovanni the Salami, the sledding adventure. If you missed that IRL stream, it was really, really fun. Definitely go and check it out if you haven't yet. Give my stream a follow if you haven't. Give my YouTube channel a follow as well. I would really appreciate that. And if you want to be notified about what kind of streams I'm doing, because I'm streaming such different things nowadays, where I'm doing WoW streams, PoE streams, IRL streams, gardening streams, whatever. I'm like all over the place with my content right now. If you want to be updated on what I'm streaming like the next day, then I am currently posting what I'm gonna do at least a day before on both Discord and on my Instagram. On Discord, there's like a specific channel where I'm posting it. It's called Naguura's Thoughts and Plans. So if you want to give that channel a follow, then you see what my plans are for streaming in particular. And on Instagram, I have a like broadcast channel. If you want to follow that channel, I'm updating you on my plans for streaming, but also like my real life plans and what I'm up to and stuff. So the Instagram is a little bit more about my streaming plan and additionally about like my real life outside of streaming. And if you only care about my streaming plans, what I'm going to be up to, what I'm going to be streaming, then you can follow that Discord channel. All right? And that's it. Let me find somebody to host super quick. I hope your vault goes really well, by the way. To all of the NA people. Let's see, who are we hosting? Let's host Jordan. I'm gonna host Jordan. Okay, mage. She's playing FF14. The moment? Oh wait, I think that she did. I did that too at some point. Jordan is the best. I love her. And yeah, make sure you watch the sliding video if you haven't yet. It's linked in the chat. I can link it. Like this. Look at that. Oh, man. Love is the only thing. Joe. Alright guys, had fun watching Jordan. Thank you so much for hanging out. You're the best. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a nice rest of your day. Have a good vault. You're the best. Appreciate you. Goodbye.